Thank you for tuning into your APSU-TV News Weekly Update. It is Thursday, March 4th, 2021. I'm Fabeain Tyler. Clarksville police are still searching for a suspect of an armed robbery and are even offering a hefty reward. According to the Clarksville Police Department's Facebook, they are offering a $5,000 reward for information about the suspect or valuable information connected to the crime. Anyone with any information should contact Detective Noble at 931-648-0656. His extension is 5654, or to submit an anonymous tip at p3tips.com/591. Just recently, the new Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine has been approved for general distribution throughout the United States. The federal government came to an agreement to speed up the shipments of the vaccine across the United States. The additional vaccine dosages have allowed several states and cities to ramp up their distributions for the vaccine, as well as reducing the age requirement for priority vaccinations. Even though several health officials think it is far too risky to lift the mask-wearing mandates and are against opening businesses that aren't fit to abide by COVID-19 safety protocols, it hasn't stopped their city officials from opening their city's businesses. This puts President Joe Biden to increase the shipments to get the vaccine out to as many people as possible, as soon as possible. According to the AP Newsroom, President Joe Biden also mentioned that by the end of May 2021, there should be enough shots for every adult in the United States. According to the AP Newsroom, California authorities are looking into a car crash that killed 13 people and injured several others who were inside of one SUV, carrying a total of 25 people. The authorities are assuming that the SUV ran a stop sign and was impacted by a semi-truck. The California police worked with the Mexican consulate in order to find out what is believed to be a migrant smuggling operation. Through further investigation, it is found out that the SUV came through a hole that was cut into Southern California's border fence. The Kentucky River is rising, and it isn't expected to stop until late this week. People in the state's capital city are nervous and fearful the river will get into their homes. Reporter Phil Pendleton spoke with them about their concerns.
It brings back memories of what happened in the past.
No, I don't. I've seen it this way several times, worked it out, cleaned it up, gone back to work.
The Judy Penn and others along the Kentucky River in the state's capital city know that's going to happen again.
Amazement, just amazed. I'm looking at it and, I can see my son playing basketball there, not now.
Doug Rodas bought this house 10 years ago, and most of the time, the river's been great.
View in the summertime is really nice. Green, beautiful, the river's going by, the boats are going by. You didn't think about nothing. You look at this now and you think, well, that other piece of property wasn't so bad.
Close to his home is this sign of what it was like 43 years ago. It's unbelievable to think that now that unbelief has turned to planning.
My washer and dryer, my dishwasher, my stove, refrigerator, everything's up on cement blocks.
Emergency officials have closed more than a dozen roads. Within hours of this video being shot, Old Lawrenceburg Road near the Capitol was added to that list.
Hope it goes down fast.
Their hope also that it won't be as bad as before.
Yeah, he would just put the canoe up on the deck, and there was one time he was able to canoe straight off the deck and up to the road.
That may not happen this time, but the recovery could still be a long time coming.
Following President Biden's visit to winter storm-ravaged Texas Friday, the cleanup continues. The demand for plumbers across the state continue to grow as hundreds of people try to get broken pipes and damaged water heaters fixed. CNN's Miguel Marquez reports from Heuston.
How y'all doing?
Texas Plumbing Supply used to be just for the pros, plumbers. Now it's everyone scouring stores everywhere for parts to get the water flowing.
I'm so tired of running to places trying to find the pieces, That's the thing about doing the job. You got to go here, there to find just one piece. And if you go in Lowe's right now and Home Depot, I'm telling you, them shells look like skeletons. There ain't nothing in there. Nobody got nothing.
Alfred Webster works nights and has spent the last 4 days trying to fix busted pipes.
You fix one leak and then you find another one over there.
Oh, man, I done found about 5 leaks.
5 leaks so far.
More than a week after a Texas-sized chill brought 2 days plus of sub-freezing temperatures and widespread blackouts, the hard reality of no running water, pipes shattered and ruptured across the Lone Star State.
In 5 days, on some items, we sold more in 5 days than we sold the entire year last year. in 5 days on certain items.
Modern Plumbing Company has fielded 7,000 inquiries, done 800 jobs, and has another 500 on the books. There are 14 crews working 24/7.
We have a very strong network of plumbers, and they're proud people, and they're working hard, and a lot of people are going through and pulling the same strings that we are, trying to get things done for folks, and I'm proud to be a part of that.
And it's not just plumbers and plumbing supplies running short. The need for water and food growing.
There has been so many families that have come through still not, they don't have water. They don't have, some families may not have lights. It's been a great need since this winter storm.
The Heuston Food Bank on some days serving up more than 8 million pounds of food and water.
With the pandemic, with the storm, how tough has it been?
Rough, very rough.
Why? What are you out of? What are you missing?
The thing is water, you know, and bread and luncheon meat or baking something to besides, you know, just and canned good, everything.
The cold weather and storm long gone. The aftermath only now coming into sharp focus. Miguel Marquez, CNN, Houston, Texas.
This week, there's been a lot of speculation about highly offensive racial images in some of the late Theodore Gazelle's or Dr. Suess children's books. Suess Enterprises released a statement on Tuesday to the Associated Press about ceasing the production of 6 books written by the author. Suess Enterprises said, and I quote, "The books portray people in ways that are hurtful." Dr. Suess was born in 1904 and passed away in 1991, and has been criticized on several different occasions throughout the years for his hurtful racial connections within his productions. Next up, we have Political Corner. APSU-TV News will be right back.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Wait a second. Do you know who I am? Julia. This is Jaina. Into the future. I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those 2 girls. Oh, yeah. Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at Peay when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer's fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family.
Yeah!
Oh, I thought you were on my team. Wait.
Welcome back to APSU-TV News. I'm Stephen Alexander with your Political Corner. Wednesday, March 3rd, Democrats in the House of Representatives quickly passed a bill in an effort to overhaul policing. According to the AP, moderate Democrats are wary of passing this bill since it would rekindle the defund the police debate. The legislation bans chokeholds and qualified immunity for law enforcement. Prosecutors can also pursue misconduct charges easily in accordance with this legislation. Republicans worry that it will cut police force budgets, but the bill does not include the budget. The bill to overhaul policing still has to go through the Senate to become a law. Tennessee's Republican-dominant Senate has passed legislation to ban transgender athletes from participating in female sports. According to the AP, 27 Republicans voted in favor, while 6 Democrats voted against it on Monday, March 1st. This highly controversial bill is not unique, since several other states have been backing similar restrictions, such as athletics or gender-confirming health care for minors this year. While this legislation has not been cleared by the Republican-controlled House, it is likely according to House Speaker Cameron Sexton. Governor Lee signed an executive order to lift nursing home restrictions, yet extends the limit state of emergency on Friday, February 26. According to official Tennessee website, Governor Lee said, quote, "I have authorized continuation of a limited state of emergency through April 28th in order to keep critical healthcare deregulation in place." While one Kentucky U.S. Senate seat is vacant, Republican lawmakers are pushing a bill to remove the Democratic governor's ability to choose someone to fill it. The bill left the Senate Tuesday and heads towards the House. This bill puts strict conditions on Governor Andy Beshear, only allowing him to choose a temporary replacement from a list provided by the executive committee of the same political party as the Senate who formerly held the seat. That's all for this week's Political Corner. Stay tuned for your local weather. APSU-TV News will be right back.
During high school, I hung with the wrong crowd and I never graduated.
I helped Santiago in many different ways, like all fathers do, because he always wanted to go to college.
I felt a little embarrassed to come back to school, but eventually, once I came here, I knew that it's for a bigger goal.
He was very dedicated, hardworking. He connected with his teachers. He connected with other students. That was one of the key reasons why he was able to keep forging ahead.
It was amazing to see him graduate. This was one thing that meant so much to him, and of course, it meant so much to us too.
With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed. That support is everything.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is. Paw?
Do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
Welcome back to APSU-TV News. I'm Dakota Stansfield with your Gov Sports. The weatherman predicted a 100% chance of rain this past Sunday during APSU's football game. However, what he didn't predict was a 100% chance of devastation sophomore running back Brian Snead would cause the Tigers defense in the win against TSU 27-20. Snead had 227 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, making him OVC Offensive Player of the Week and OVC Newcomer of the Week. Well deserved, considering he broke an NCAA football championship subdivision record for rushing 204 yards and had 3 touchdowns off of only 6 carries in 1 quarter. Snead was the only one to receive an award this week, as junior linebacker Jack McDonald received OVC Defensive Player of the Week, leading the Govs with 14.5 tackles and 1.5 sacks, while also clinching victory in the end by breaking up a pass. This was a huge game for the Govs because it was also APSU's new head football coach Scotty Waldon's first victory with the team. Hopefully this is just the beginning. The Govs have a well-deserved bye week next week, and their next appearance will be March 14th at Huock Field against Southeast Missouri. It was a hard-fought battle with a few unlucky shots for the APSU soccer team in their match this past Tuesday against Tennessee Tech, where they lost 1-0. The Lady Govs just couldn't find the back of the net in the first game of the late 2020 season. The Golden Eagles came out firing, but junior goalkeeper Peyton Powell was not having it with 3 saves on the day. However, in the 32nd minute, Meredith Nye of the Golden Eagles found the back of the net off of a header from a corner kick assist. The Govs had 10 total shots for the day, but only 1 of them was on target. Senior Claire LaRose led the Govs in shots with 2. They are set to play SIUE tomorrow in Edwardsville at 7 p.m. The APSU men's basketball team had an early drought this past Saturday that would lead to a late game comeback, but ultimately wasn't enough to defeat Jacksonville State as the Govs lost 67-75. The Govs missed 12 shots in a row in a span of 20 minutes in the first half of the game. Sophomore guard Carlos Peay would lead the Govs to a late game comeback in the second half with a career-tying high of 20 points. And a 30-10 run would give the Govs a lead, but a later 17-4 run by the Gamecocks would be just enough to defeat the Govs. Senior guard/forward Terry Taylor received another OVC Player of the Year award this past Tuesday. Taylor is the 15th player in league history to receive this award in back-to-back seasons. He was also named first team All-OVC for the 4th time, making him 3rd player in history to receive this award 4 times. Taylor will also end his career as a Gov with 17 OVC Player of the Week awards, which is 2 more than any other player in OVC history. The Govs begin their OVC tournament run tonight at 9:30 against 3rd-seeded Eastern Kentucky in Evansville, Indiana. The APSU volleyball team is killing it in the OVC, pun intended, as they notched another win under the belt against Eastern Illinois this past Monday, 3-1. Seniors Brooke Moore and Chloe Stitt had 15 kills each out of the total 58 kills for the Govs in the 4-set win against the Panthers. This win makes the Govs tied for 3rd place with Southeast Missouri in the first half of the 16-match OVC slate with 6-2. They will begin their second half of the OVC schedule this Sunday in the Dunn Center for a 2-match series against Murray State. Go out and support your Lady Govs. It was a tough battle for the APSU baseball team last week in their 3-game series against Army in Cary, North Carolina. Army took the first 2 games, beating the Govs 2-1 in the first and 5-2 in the second. However, the Govs weren't going to go out without a fight and won the last game 12-7. First baseman John McDonald had a 1-for-3 outing in the second game at bat and then went on to have a 3-for-5 outing in the last game. Sophomore pitcher Harley Goller also battled pretty hard in the first game of the series, where he went on a career-high 7.1 innings and struck out 6 batters while walking none. The Govs went on to play Tennessee last night, and they unfortunately lost 5-3. Junior TJ Foreman led the Govs at bat, hitting 3-for-5, but it wasn't enough to stop UT and their pitcher Elijah Pleasance, who had 7 strikeouts. The Govs are heading off to Louisiana this weekend for a 3-game series against Northwestern State. That's all for this week's sports. APSU-TV News will be right back.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Did you know that Kentucky is home to nearly 1,000 species of wildlife?
The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife has a team of scientists dedicated to the monitoring and study of animals that are not hunted, fished, or trapped.
We work every day to improve Kentucky's landscape so that these species can thrive.
And now there's a way for you to jump in and help.
When you become a member of Kentucky Wild, we'll work side by side and do our part to keep Kentucky wild.
Welcome back to APSU-TV News. I'm Emily Waldon with your local weather. We're going to take a look at our current national temperatures. In New York, we're at 42 degrees. Chicago, we're at 35 degrees. Atlanta's at 70 degrees. Dallas is at 74 degrees. Denver's at 45 degrees. Los Angeles at 67 degrees. And Seattle's at 56 degrees. For the highs today in Tennessee, Clarksville's at 66 degrees. Nashville's at 69 degrees. Memphis is at 71 degrees. Chattanooga's at 70 degrees. And Knoxville's at 66 degrees. For the lows today in Tennessee, Clarksville's at 35 degrees, Nashville's at 37 degrees, Memphis is at 47 degrees, Chattanooga's at 38 degrees, and Knoxville's at 32 degrees. Currently, it is 63 degrees with winds blowing northeast at 7 miles per hour. Tonight, it will be mostly clear and it will be 35 degrees with winds blowing northeast at 7 miles per hour and precipitation is 4%. Let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. It's going to be a little bit warmer this week. Thursday expected to be sunny with a high of 66 and a low of 35. Friday expected to be cloudy with a high of 53, a low of 32. Saturday expected to be cloudy. Saturday expected to be sunny with a high of 55 and a low of 32. Sunday expected to be sunny with a high of 59 and a low of 35. And Monday expected to be partly cloudy with a high of 64 and a low of 41. This is all for your local and national weather. APSU-TV News will be right back.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi. Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future. I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls.
Oh, yeah?
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at Peay when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident. Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
Welcome back to APSU-TV News. On to some things about campus. We have a new school president. On December 21st, 2020, the Board of Austin Peay inducted President Michael Licari in as the 11th president of Austin Peay. President Licari has officially arrived on campus on March 1st, 2021. We are pleased to have someone with as many accolades as President Licari leading the way. Austin Peay has officially become a vaccination site to help fight against the pandemic. Austin Peay plans on administering the vaccine via drive-through. It will be located in parking lot 11 beside the ARD building. An appointment must be made and finalized to enter the lot. They are expected to start receiving and distributing the Moderna vaccine as soon as next week. A little bit of name recognition goes a long way. Just check out this same name birthday celebration involving a teenager and a bank. Jeremy Roth has today's take on Look at This.
Chase Banks and Chase Bank are friends now because Chase Bank helped Chase Banks out after Chase Bank was contacted by Chase Banks because he's constantly compared to Chase Bank. Everybody confused? Okay, follow me through here. This California teen's name is Chase Banks, almost identical to that of the national financial institution, a fact his friends won't let him forget.
Like, well, they'll send me pictures on Snapchat of like the bank and stuff. They're like, hey, look, it's your house and stuff like that.
After his family reached out to the bank about getting Chase a Chase bumper sticker for his birthday, the bank did Banks one better, sending a mascot with a box full of Chase swag and birthday goodies.
I thought it was crazy, like there's like a dog at my door.
Banks said the bank's birthday box was a nice surprise, and he reportedly kept the party going later on by getting himself a birthday tattoo of the Chase Bank, Banks logo. From a cool gesture in California to an ice-cold rescue in Illinois, where a pair of fishermen had to be rescued from a runaway island made of ice. The two men were fishing on a patch of ice in a partially frozen river in Rockford when the ice broke free and started carrying the men down the river. Firefighters responded and reached the stranded sportsmen using a boat. They said the slow current made for a safe and easy rescue. I've heard of ice fishing, but this is ridiculous. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Be sure to join us in the interaction by liking us on Facebook at APSU-TV Clarksville and Instagram at APSU_TV. Thanks for watching another edition of your Gov's News Update. And as always, let's go Peay.